Happy Wednesday, everybody. We are back. We have a lot to talk about, a lot to react to, a lot to roast. So grab a beverage. Hopefully, you're wearing something very, very comfy. Smash that like on your way in. Smash it good, and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian, pop culture vulture, and dopamine queen Joleen Lunzer here for another No Offense, All Offense, where we take a look at anything that is spiking our dopamine. We're on a constant hunt for dopamine. As someone with ADHD, I know I am. And so that's what we do over here. We talk about trending topics, pop culture news, true crime, news stories, sometimes politics, reality television, just again, anything that's going to spike our dopamine, we talk about. Now, remember, I'm very opinionated, but that doesn't mean you have to have the same opinion. You're welcome to sound off in the live chat or the comment section if you're on the replay crew, and we can just respectfully and calmly agree to disagree like Tamra Judge.
That's my opinion!
It's just my opinion. We have so much to get to this afternoon. You guys, I'm just looking for there's my video. Make sure everything's working on it. Okay, thumbs up if you guys can hear my sound effects.
I don't have any phones now.
Feel free to put a thumbs up in the live chat. Also, remember, everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. Everything is alleged and for entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's the official legal disclaimer. You guys, if you're looking for one, there it is. Like I said, please hit that like on your way and hit that subscribe. You know the deal. If you want to support the channel further, there are many ways to do so. You can join my YouTube membership or my Patreon. Thank you to those of you who gifted memberships yesterday to the YouTube membership where you get perks. There's Patreon if you prefer it. Some people prefer Patreon. Some prefer YouTube. So you make the decision. Links are in the description. I also have a Venmo thing right here. PayPal and Cash App. All that info is in the description. Or you can send a super chat while we're live here on YouTube. And we'll read your comment and discuss what you have to say. So good to see you guys in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. Great. Thank you, Osfly girl. Sound and pics are good. That's what I like to hear. Because sometimes, you know, this internet and this YouTube, it's acting up. So I like to make sure you guys can hear.
What
Baba
could
Leslie.
be more egregious?
What
could be more misleading?
Okay. So, yeah, we are back on it. I think the new time I have selected, because we're ever changing, we're evolving with our neurodivergent brains. Those of you who aren't neurodivergent, my neurotypical friends, thank you for following me on this ride. But I think we're going to go forward now. Our live streams are going to be 2:30 Pacific. We will do at least 3 a week, possibly 5. I'm kind of working that out. But 2:30 Pacific seems to be, according to my analytics, when most of you are engaged on YouTube and you are doing the damn thing. And so that seems to be a good time. Also, it gives my brain enough time to kind of wake up to make a little sense, hopefully. You know, because before, I used to say before 3 p.m., I don't make a lot of sense. And therefore, the way the world works, I feel like it's not built for brains like that. You got people up at 7 a.m., like being productive, doing amazing things. That's never going to be me. And that's okay. Artist, thank you for the first super chat of the live, starting us off. I appreciate that. It says, we all need a good laugh. Thank you, Joleen. Oh my gosh. You are so welcome. Thank you, artist. I hope you are having a wonderful day and not having to work or do anything yucky that you don't want to do. Because who wants to do yucky stuff? Ew, gross. No thanks. Okay. So yesterday, did I go? No, it wasn't yesterday. Monday. We went live. We had a good time. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. I think it was Monday. Today is Wednesday. We're moving and shaking here in the world. What is time? Why does time matter? Time is a social construct, okay? You know, but then there are those pesky employers and they expect you to be there on time. And pay attention to time, I guess. Artist, thank you so much again for that. And Navo Nod 49. Love you, Joleen. Thank you. And thank you for being a member for 19 months. Holy shit. That is a long time. I appreciate that. Yes. Thank you. You guys are so kind to make up. I was just going like this, wiping off some of my eyebrows, Molly, because my stuff I use for my eyebrows is like Anastasia Beverly Hills. It sounds fancy. It's not that fancy, but they do have a color that I like. However, it's a powder. So I dropped it and it mixed. I don't know why it comes with a lighter and a darker. When am I going to need the darker? Are they assuming maybe I'm going to dye my hair dark for the winter? Because I'm always putting bleach in this bitch because I'm gray. Okay. So it helps kind of hide the grays or something. Anyways, so I dropped it. So the dark and the light have mixed together. And so now I'm just dipping my eyebrow pencil into it because I'm not buying a new one. There's still good product in there. And now my eyebrows are very dark. So I was going like this. And then I ran out of my favorite, Half Magic. Oh, the Half Magic freaking, what is the one I love? Oh, why can't I think of the name? I have a dopamine glitter that I put over it. But there's a Half Magic. Is it a dragon or something? It's their most popular one, you guys. It's a lizard. Is it drunk lizard? Half Magic. It's not drunk lizard, Jolene. Oh my God. I'm thinking of drunk elephant. It's Blushing Lizard by Half Magic. And it's the eyeshadow that I live for. And it's got so much sparkle. And it's like a pomegranate-y. It's so lovely. Well, I ran out. And so I'm like scraping do you ever do that with the eyeshadow? Just trying to get the last bit of it. And I have more on the way, but it's not getting here till St. Patrick's Day. That's 6 days away. I'm going to need it sooner, right? Drunk Liz. I thought it was drunk. Like Drunk Liz. I miss Drunk Liz. Drunk Liz, are you here? Are you here? We miss you. Thank you. Navo Nod 40. Holy shit, 50 memberships. You are so kind. Thank you. Do not rewind, but you can. But thank you so much, Navo Nod. I was going to say, be kind, rewind for 50 memberships. What a sweetie. Wipe the dang CD. That means probably everyone in the chat, or most people, more than 50% of people probably received a free membership. Thank you to Navo Nod 49. Thank you so much. As I talk about my Blushing Lizard eyeshadow. But I'm telling you, you guys, eventually Half Magic is going to sponsor the show. I've reached out to them. Okay. They're thinking. I'm like, hello, we're perfect over here. We go for dopamine, glitter. We got a lot of ADHD queens and kings in the house. I mean, come on over, Half Magic, and give us some discount codes, some product. Let's do the damn thing. Yes, hit that like button. So thank you. Right, 50 is amazing. We've had such you guys are all so generous. You're always so generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So long story short, thank you for saying my makeup looks nice. I was literally rubbing some off. Not rubbing one out, but rubbing some off before this started. Okay. But we're just leaving it, because we're not, Birkin bag Mora from Traders over here. We gotta use everything up to the last drop. We can't just be getting new eyeliner, eyebrow stuff. I don't know what it's called. And eyeshadow when we still can dig our finger in it, put more on like Lauren. Okay, we got to check in on that, you guys. So I did such a fun, if you guys missed it, I did such a fun live with Hella and Dolly over at Excited Utterance. I will drop the link for their channel if you're not already subscribed. You're probably already subscribed to them because they're amazing. But just in case you're not, I did such a fun live the other day where they schooled me on all things Kouri Richens. And I still feel like I'm saying her last name wrong, I'm like, no, I said it right. On that trial. So I've been trying to kind of get acquainted, but I think what's going to happen is I'm just going to jump into it and start roasting stuff. And if you guys a couple of you have sent me some ideas of areas in which in this trial, because I know we're like day, 14 or something into it. So if you have specific testimonies, witnesses, things like that, feel free to email me, joleenreacts@gmail.com, and I will cover it like we did with Karen Reed, where we just have a good time despite horrible tragedy. Somebody, the wife allegedly to the husband. But from what I learned from Hella and Dolly, there's so many layers to this. And then my bestie Trisha's involved in the true crime world. And obviously dark eyebrows, Lauren Matthias and all of her civil stalking injunctions are involved. But there's a guy that doesn't wear pants, I found out. The wife who allegedly the husband, she may have written a children's book or written one with her name on it with the help of a ghostwriter. She was allegedly having an affair with a gentleman named Josh. You know it's going to be good if there is a Josh affair, okay, who cried on the stand. We're going to have to watch his testimony. And what else did I learn? Oh, there's the pantsless guy. Then there's some claims maybe that the poor gentleman that was unalived, that him and a friend exchanged some messages, a male friend. I don't want to be overly presumptuous on that because we'll see. And then I saw a thumbnail with a guy testifying. I don't know who he is. I'll have to watch it, wearing a neck brace. That's always a good time, not for the guy, but for us and, that sort of thing. So, you guys, and he was poisoned allegedly with a sandwich.
Allegedly.
And again, I'm learning as I go, so feel free to correct me and go, Joleen, you're way off on that one. Allegedly, this Kouri had tried to do this previously on like a Valentine's Day.
Allegedly.
What a horrible way to go, too, with a sandwich. Could have been something better, but it's super tragedy. But again, we bring a little bit of levity to serious things, but again, not downplaying the fact that there is a man who lost his life, allegedly by his own wife, who has a very deep side part, which is also disturbing. I'm talking, it's 2016, it's 2012, and we're doing a deep side part. So there's some issues there, no matter what the jury ends up finding out. We got some issues. Yes, Allison, thank you, says, any Jolene's recaps and roasting for everything. Well, that's what we do. That's what we do over here. So Allison, you are in the right place. So it's basically feral. It's a comb over. Oh, she tried with the sand. That's what it was, Ausane, because you were there at Hella's, on Hella's channel. I saw you. And I was like, a Sammy? Why are you going to rude Sammys? Sandy said neck brace made me think of that guy in Office Space who made the jump to conclusions board. Yes. My favorite character in Office Space was it Milton? Gotta give me that stapler. I'm burning this place down. I gotta give me my stapler. And they kept moving him around, dismissing him, didn't get cake, basically fired him, moved him in the basement, and then he started the place on fire.
Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. Oh yeah.
So then we also have to talk a little bit more about that. We talked about the Lita 90-day fiance situation, which is, that is such a sensitive topic, but more keeps coming out regarding that. And that, again, I put together like a shorter version, edited video for those of you who might not have an hour plus to listen to me blab on about it. So I think the one I put out yesterday is like 20 minutes, and it'll give you a pretty decent, I hope, introduction to Lita, why I'm interested if this becomes a case, but it's a definite true crime situation with an unalived 5-week-old baby, who the parents were formerly on 90 Day Fiance season 6. And it's just a very, it's such a crazy situation that, I think there's just so much more, obviously, we don't know, and so much more that sprinkles out day by day. And the characters involved in this, because Lita, like I said, she was very active in certain subcultures on YouTube, mainly a 90 Day Fiance community that surrounded itself initially around this toxic, racist, toothless 90 Day Fiancé blogger, which I'm sure some of you, if I said his name, you would maybe know who he is. He's not that popular. He doesn't have really that many subscribers. He thinks he does, but he doesn't. But his teeth are gone. I don't know where they went. Very misogynistic, very racist, very grifterson. He's been canceled. You know, there were petitions to cancel him, and it's a whole thing. I don't like to, talk about that guy because he is, oh my God, seriously, sir, find your teeth. What is going on? But it involves him and then she and him, but I did see that other bigger channels are picking up on this. We talked about it, obviously, Down the Rabbit Hole News. She's on top of this. Auntie's Advice. We love Rabbit. We love Auntie. There's a Kiki and Kibitz. I don't know her. She seems lovely, but I don't know her. I just know that she has had, some of this on her channel. And then Sherelle's World had the toothless racist blogger on. And it was a mess. I think they're going to do a series. And I'm like, Cheryl, just do it by yourself. Okay. You and Perry got it. You don't need that guy. But they have a history with her too. So it's a mess. So we'll get the updates on that here in a little bit, because Lita's husband, Eric, I don't know if they're estranged, if they're still together, who knows, given the day, contacted TMZ after TMZ put out the most recent findings that found that the baby's death was non-accidental. Therefore, someone's responsible for this. Oh, and I can't forget about that detective guy, the eyes guy. What was his channel again? Let me look it up so I can drop it here. He was doing some great work. And I recently subscribed to him. So let me see if I can find him in my list here. Something eyes. And he works in like sex crimes. And I think he still works in law enforcement. I'm just put eyes, Lita interview. We really need a segment. Googling with Joleen. True crime with strategic eyes. Here's this guy's channel. So I dropped Hella's channel in the live chat. I'll also tag him in the description if you're like, I didn't see it. But this guy seems really professional, and we kind of went over a little bit of his video, and we'll go over the rest of that maybe even today. So Miss Chaos, thank you for the 5. Says, you have no idea how many times I rewatched your Drunk Lauren and Trisha and Brush. One of my all-time favorite. I got to revisit them. They are so fun to parody most of the time. But yes, oh my God, Drunk Lauren is just, she's a whole thing. Oh my goodness. She is just drunky McDrunks. Okay, so here is that guy's, or that gentleman's, this man's channel, Strategic Eyes. Heather says, damn it, Janet, why am I not getting live notifications? Because YouTube is, they're hating. They're hating. They don't like it. YouTube, get your shot together. Okay. First things first, you guys. Here's some good news for the Traders fans. Who's ready for some good news? And this is according to the Traders HQ on the Twitter, because it'll never be X to me. Open up here. Okay. They are saying, oh my God, just open, bro. Elon Musk, fix your shit. Stop stealing from us and fix your shit. Okay. So Traders fans, it looks like the first ever U.S. all-civilian season is rumored to air this fall.
Allegedly.
We'll say allegedly, but I'm so excited. And then I think I'm assuming we still get, maybe it's wishful thinking, a celebrity version that will air in January, February of 2027. So for that, thank you. Thank you, Traders. I know I still have to recap the finale. And I will. But I'm excited for this. I am. I'm excited to just go into a season not knowing who the hell anyone is, because I don't want to go in with pre. I do love celebrity seasons of competition shows like Celebrity Big Brother, but it'll be so nice to just have to like have the faves have to kind of earn my favedom, if that's a word. You know, so I'm excited about that. Patty, thank you for being a member for 3 months. You sweetie, wipe the damn seat. He says, Lean, your political coverage is giving me life. Oh my gosh. I am doing a whole little series, you guys, of edited political videos of me roasting the craziness that is going on. Okay. I have a lot of things coming up. All right. I took some time. We had little breaks. You know, we obviously always pending ADHD and the world apocalypse and falling apart. But we got Pam Bondage is on deck. You guys, that should be coming out very soon. We have an Iran video I'll be putting out. And then we have some stuff. We got some stuff. So for me, it's a great way to digest the heaviness of, you know, this constant news cycle of doom that we're inundated with. And then filter it through comedically and then put it out in the world for my pumpkin spice babies, and then you guys make it just easier for me. So I appreciate you guys appreciating it. And if you're someone who's like, I don't want to listen to this bitch talk politics, you don't have to, because they're going to be pre-records, even though I still will talk politics sometimes in live streams and things. So Evelyn, I'm not watching House of Villains yet. Okay, what if they had 1 or 2 episodes? So I say yet, but I saw that Paul from BB19 and BB18 was on God 101. I don't know if it's worth watching. It looked like he was on like the devil's altar talking to Julie. So it looked kind of interesting that Paul, who is like goth to the max, not saying you can't be goth or whatever, and you can't be like a Christian or spiritual, not at all, but it just, the juxtaposition is really funny. Julie being this like cliched version of like, God, I love God. And then Paul being like whips and chains, handcuffs, you know, seemed pretty funny. But I did just watch a God 101, and I usually like to take about 6 to 1 year breaks between each God 101 episode, just to let my brain heal. Oh, there's 4 episodes. It's been good. Okay. I'll have to check that. I'll have to definitely watch. I've been watching the John and Carolyn on FX. Me and my mom started watching that. New episodes every Thursday. And I will say, good. I like, for what it is, it's about JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. And it is basically how they met, a little bit of their lives beforehand, and then how they met, and then marriage ultimately to their, you know, tragic and untimely passing in 1999. But there are some parts of that show, though, I don't know if any of you have been watching it, that are just ridiculous. Like Daryl Hannah. Justice for Daryl Hannah. Can we get some justice for Daryl Hannahs in the chat? God bless the actress they have playing her. She's lovely. But that is not what Daryl Hannah looked like. And how they are having Daryl Hannah behave, I just don't see her being this way. They have her like this bratty, flighty, like wannabe famous Kardashian type. And I feel like, how old is Daryl Hannah? If she were that way and she were all about like fame and following, you know, whoever is the hottest person and just being in the spotlight constantly, we would have seen that from her. She's 65 years old. And I think now she's married to Neil Young. Okay. And Daryl Hannah is a damn joy. She seems more like she seems like a neurodivergent lady who, you know, goes to the beat of her own drum and just kind of, you know, but really smart and not at all going to fully buy into the Hollywood BS. So I just hate how they're portraying her. It's almost like Ryan Murphy or anyone in Hollywood cannot write a show where maybe a lot of the women who dated JFK were nice people. They just didn't work out with JFK Jr. You know, but they almost wanted to create this thing where it's like Carolyn was really the one and Daryl no good Daryl. Now I get why his mom didn't like her because of JFK's history. Well, all the Kennedy guys' histories with like blonde and famous actresses and affairs and stuff. but I just feel like they're doing Daryl Hannah so right. Daryl Hannah seems like cool. She's progressive. She cares about like the earth and the grass and shit. She's not a freaking wannabe influencer. All right. Daryl is right. We haven't seen her in years. She's kind of like, for Hollywood standards, she's a recluse. Like, she's very reclusive. She's totally an environmental activist. And after you see, like, you know, Steel Magnolias and Splash, oh my God, and Kill Bill. I mean, Daryl Hannah has done some great work while not being an annoying Hollywood type. Right? And that's how Daryl rolls. So I just feel like, oh, they've done her so dirty. Yes, Jess Kelly, justice for Queen Daryl Hannah. Right when I saw the actress playing, I was like, I mean, she's beautiful, lovely, but she just doesn't look like Daryl Hannah. I can see where the attempt was made, where the actress playing Carolyn Bessette, she looks like her, you know? And then you have, I don't remember her name, but it is Meryl Streep's daughter playing Caroline Kennedy. And Naomi Watts was playing Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, or is, I should say, playing her. And I'm like, how am I old enough? Naomi Watts is too young to play her. But that's the, you know, the part of life I'm in, is everyone who was like the young Hollywood actresses of the generation I grew up in are now playing elderlies. So, oh my God, Molly, right? The guy playing JFK is spot on. He's so attractive. And then I saw that because I didn't know the story of Carolyn dating the model who she ultimately helped get into Calvin Klein. I didn't know about Carolyn Bessette. I really didn't know much about them. I mean, when they passed away, I was 19 years old. I was busy smoking, you know, Marlboro Lights and drinking and going to college. So I didn't, you know, pay time. I remember it being very sad and tragic. But I didn't know much about her, but I'm fascinated now. And so the guy that she was kind of dating before, possibly during, with JFK Jr., he wrote a book, and he has some crazy claims that they continued on an affair even after she married JFK Jr. So me and Nana, we love that damn show. We tried to get Papa into it, and he didn't like it. He goes, when's the part where they die? Like, that's his dark ass humor. That's my dad. He was like, I'm waiting for that part. I was like, okay, that's inappropriate. We need to find our inappropriate. And that's why I have such a horrendous sense of humor, because my dad's waiting for
It's inappropriate.
the death scene, you know? All right. So there's lots of, I think The Valley, doesn't that start soon? I've been so off the Bravo wagon. I have no idea. You know, right? I love the elderly, you know, and I'm headed toward elderly, but I'm just like, we all got older overnight, because in my eyes, we're all babies. Like, we shouldn't even have to work. Someone should be feeding us. That's how I feel sometimes. And then sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I'm older. Okay. I'm also going to watch Annie Elise. I saw she has a video regarding Kouri Richens, Kouri's lies exposed, grieving widow or criminal mastermind.
It's inappropriate.
Oh my gosh. That one, her little thumbnails, they draw me in. I'm like, I'll watch that shit, Annie. That looks scary. Yes. Okay. So, where is that lovely guy? Well, first I'll start with, next I'll do more good news. Did you guys see my Big Brother peeps, my Big Brother fans? Did you see that Rylie and Catherine broke up? Yeah, no one's surprised, but she waited. Okay, Catherine BB. And she was on, it was like a week ago or so now, and she was talking with Ashley, and apparently Ashley did like a little interview. We'll some of it here. And Kat's said that she didn't want to do it right after. She's such an Aquarius. She's like, I didn't want to do it right after we got out of the house. I'm paraphrasing, because then like everyone would be right. It's like, girl, get out. Get out. Okay? Who cares? We were right. He's a crazy guy. He's gross, allegedly, in my opinion. All the things we saw. I did a whole video on how disgustingly he spoke to women, especially Catherine. Oh no, I'm lagging. Hold on, let me close a few things, guys. I did restart and update my computer before this, so I don't know what's going on with this thing. Maybe it's like you have too many. I think it's all the preview things I have open. Okay. Hopefully we're better. Hopefully we're back. Let's cleanse ourselves with kitty, kitty, kitty.
Hello, kitty, 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 kitty. Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty, 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 kitty. Hello, kitty. They call me Hello Kitty, and I'm hella pretty. My lashes hella fine. Your man wanna be mine. I don't got the time. I'm a pretty little dime. Yeah, I'm hella fine. Yeah, I'm hella fine. Kitty, 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 kitty. Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty, 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 kitty. Hello, kitty. I'm hella pretty, 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 pretty. My name is Brittany. Hello, kitty, 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 kitty. Hello, kitty.
Okay, hopefully it's less fuzzy now. I'll wait for you guys to give me the thumbs up. Sorry, we had to cleanse ourselves, Tortoise, with the Hello Kitty, kitty, kitty. It still looks blurry on my screen too. Oh my God, is YouTube acting up? It certainly can't be me. Did Trisha, my best friend, do this to me? All right, I'm gonna log back. I'm gonna log off and then log back in. Okay. Hold, please, you guys. I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Give each other a hug. Love one another, as Julie Chen says. I'll be right back. Okay, let me know if that is any clearer. I shut down every tab I had open and started again. I think it looks a little better. I'm looking at myself right now on my phone. Let me know if it gets blurry again. Apologies. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe we're having a tornado. I don't know what is going on with this craziness. Okay, back to what we were discussing. Okay. So this past season of Big Brother, there was the Toxic 2, a couple that just wasn't right. We saw Catherine in the house get with Rylie, the cowboy who needed like a bunch, obviously, allegedly, DNA tests for all the babies he may or may not have been the father of before going in the house.
Allegedly.
And he got with Catherine and he was just the worst. And we all were like, ew, gross, we hate him. And we were hoping Catherine would wake up and break up with him postseason. Well, it looks like, so much long. She really waited. She was like, oh no. America's not going to be right. I'm not doing it. It looks like she did finally break up with Rylie. Let's see if she has. Does she have timestamps in this? Let me look at the transcript here and see if we can see any Rylie. Rylie. No, they're talking about a lot of boring things. They're talking about the house. Let's talk about Mickey. So sad. Let me just. I'm imagining they got into that around the 15-minute mark. What do you guys think? Let me share it, and we'll just kind of skip around Ashley's interview. No offense to Ashley, but I've not been dying for a Catherine Woodman interview. No offense, all offense. Okay. Let me know if you can't hear the audio as we kind of skip around through this. So this was, what day was this? That they did this 2 weeks ago. So obviously breaking news, hot off the presses. But it is something we followed last summer and we really wanted. Oh, part 3. There's 3 parts to this bitch. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, let me find part 3. Jeez Louise. So this is part 1. Okay, thank you for telling me which part it was, because I would have just skipped my ass around there. Part 3. Oh, duh. Right. Well, he's in both of the. Doing a little podcast, the Cultural Playbook, hosted by Ashley Hollis. Get it, Ashley? Okay, girl. All right.
I feel like this is just like my sign. Like, this is my sign.
Okay.
Host, and on today's episode, we have a
I was going to put it to 1.5. Let me know if it's too fast.
very special guest again. It was a few hours later, and you hear the words HOH interrogation.
Mhm.
What were you thinking? What was going on in your head? Did you think it was Mickey? Were there a few people you thought?
And not joking you, I was almost asleep, like on a couch.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
And it rang. I was like, so I was like, this isn't gonna be Mickey.
Yeah.
Because
For your man, and that obviously that split happens. Like, how were you pissed? Like, what was it that really ticked you off?
well, the thing is, it's like, it's funny when we were talking about like anxiety and I say like I'll mask things or like fake it till you make it. Whenever I've, had talks like that before or whatever. And I wasn't even trying to approach it like mean or unkind or like be overtly confrontational, but I was like a little frustrated. And I think I started with being like, why do you look happy or something? Because I was just like,
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or smiling, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was a genuine question, but at the same time, like when I tell you, like embarrassed for talking. So I was like, I'm really stressed out right now.
And it just came out. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
One of those moments you were just
There's got to be.
frustrated with everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Gotta be timestamps for this or something. Tell me. Because my God. Okay, the truth about Rylie. What was going through Catherine's mind during her eviction week? Behind the scenes dynamics fans didn't see. Her breakup. Yes. What's the timestamp on that, Ash? I know I shouldn't talk shit because I am hit or miss with my timestamps. So.
Power, but she didn't tell me. But I knew.
I would talk to him about it and be like, you need to campaign. He's like, I'm not even gonna do it, but he wouldn't. And I was like, you need to come up with like a plan and do this. Like, I can't do it for you because it doesn't seem authentic. And I think he was strategic in some ways of like maybe seeing how he wanted like future weeks to plan out, but like strategic in the way of like having conversations and trying to convince people. I don't think he was incredibly convincing if he wasn't super adamant about it. And so that week I was super stressed actually. And I was the one saying like, you might go home. Like you do realize that, right? And then even it was
you didn't trust him just 2 weeks ago, but now you trust him enough to keep you over Morgan, which they all
using on, which I figured it was. And she was like, I just really don't know, like if I they're hate centered because of being associated with him or
Rylie, all of the hate. I was shocked to see that.
Reality TV CJ to the rescue again. Oh my gosh. Thank you for saving me. It is toward the end. You genius.
Hate with Rylie and Ava, actually. I actually thought those two would be liked characters. Actually, shocked.
Or the person I was meant to
Here
be
we
with.
go, because I always wanted to know the house guests postseason. I wanted them to do interviews and talk more or do lives about how disliked Rylie and Ava were, considering everyone in the house thought that they were the most liked house guests.
And not every relationship needs to be that, which is I think why I stayed hate that he got online when we first got
the fans to know about that or anything?
All right, here we go.
And that alone, the fans, obviously, there's speculation about you and Rylie. I think you may have addressed this. I don't know if you have officially, but are you and Rylie still together?
No, we're not. We broke up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. It was really not surprising for me, unfortunately.
Me neither.
I hate saying that. I hate saying that, but it was not surprising to me just because I have heard his values and I've heard your values. And that alone, just like taking that alone, I'm just like, gosh, I don't see how they'd be able to make it work because of that. Because at the end of the day, once you start having kids and you build a family with someone, your values are like everything. I know we talked a lot last episode.
All right. I didn't know Rylie had values. So that's something we didn't know, if you guys are wondering.
get a lot of values from your mom.
Like Colby.
And I'm sure if you guys have kids, they would have a lot of kids share values of their parents. That's just what happens.
Right.
So I know I was a little like, oh, I didn't know that about him. You know what I'm saying? And then I knew what I knew about you. And I was like, gosh, I don't know how this can work. Is there anything you'd like the fans to know about that or anything? How are you feeling? Are you doing okay? Were you surprised? Like, how do you feel about this?
How'd you break up?
I think some of the things where it comes to people being confused about maybe like my own beliefs and how that would work with his and this, that, whatever. The conversations that I had with him regarding that was very clear that he had no idea what he was really talking about. And by that, I mean, he genuinely had nothing to say. I mean, nothing. And it like, I was like, okay.
Catherine just confirming that Rylie is an idiot, which
my God.
we knew. She's like, he literally had no brain. There was wiener, there was machismo, there was misogyny, but there was like literally no brain.
How do you feel like about this? And he was like, well, how do you feel?
He's doing that thing that those Love is Blind dudes do. Where they're like, I don't see why you have to care about my politics. Bitch, we do. Okay. We need to know. Are you trying to take away my bodily autonomy? Do you hate my entire gender? Like, these are things I need to know.
And I was like, I feel like this way. And he'd be like, okay, I don't know enough about it. Sure, that. And I was like, okay. Which, you know, in and of itself is not like the best. But then again, I like never had real confirmation, I guess.
Catherine.
Okay, this is great.
Inappropriate.
Girl, the confirmation's on his face. It's on everything he says. It's on the baby mama drama. The confirmation is there. If anything, there's a confirmation bias. What is going on, Catherine? She's young, but you got to get to the point where you admit that you were wrong so you don't repeat mistakes like this. The dude was the devil. He was horrendous. Remember when he was in the shower and he did this back and forth when the ladies were in there so they could hear his wiener or balls, I don't know which one, was slapping against his leg, and he thought it was so funny? Or how every time you were happy in the house, he would find a way to bring you down and make it about him? Or how no one else could talk to you except for him? Girl.
Certain things.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, other than that, it was just, I mean, I'm doing really good. I don't want to say anything that's going to cause him to get flack because I genuinely, things weren't super great for a little bit, but I'm not going to lie. Like the amount of hate that he got online when we first got out of the house was not only an encouragement to be with him, but to stay with him. Because
how do we fix this? How do we fix this problem? Is it just like, answer me, riddle me this, chat. How do we fix this? Is it just immaturity, her age, that she's like, the fact that everyone was warning me and telling me that he's a monster, don't get stuck with him, he's a liar, he's a misogynist, he speaks with in an abusive manner, made me want to stay with him more? Is it the training we get as women from a young age that if he hits you, he likes you, give him time, takes guys longer? Like, what is it? How do we fix? I mean, is it just dismantling the patriarchy? Because that seems to be taking a long time.
I don't have any food.
So how else do we help so that other young women don't end up in this situation that I'm sure a lot of us can relate to, but it's just like frustrating to hear now as a 46-year-old.
The patriarchy.
Okay, you guys are so smart. Krista says it's age. Krista says it's decentering men. Yep. Crystal says she can't claim to be a girl's girl. Goldie's saying she's young. Peanut says, I think it's all of that. Okay. Yeah. There's it's so much. Demand avoidance. A curious minded seeker says, is she neurodivergent? Good question. She's Aquarius. So she could be. Not that all Aquarians are. I'm just Aquarius. So I'm like, probably. Did she forget to watch the feeds? Probably. Yeah, Krista, I think at age, I mean, we all were. I mean, I know I was cocky at 22, 23. Like, I was like, I know what I'm doing. Let me live.
I felt very guilty for that. And I know it wasn't my place to take that on, but I did. And I was also like, if we break up in 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, then it is going to look really bad still. And I don't want to say that that wasn't the only reason that we stayed together for what ended up being, I think, 6 months. But
oh my God, 6 months? Well, I think she was living in another state, so that had to make it like a little less painful. But it's interesting that she's putting like a time to it, saying, well, I knew it would be bad even after 4 or 6 weeks. Not really.
But it definitely was consideration. And so I don't want to feel like once again in that headspace. So hopefully anyone listening, like, let's just leave it. But I think it was.
Oh, no, we're not leaving it. No, I will stay on that man's neck. If I see him on television again, if I see him with another lady in the public eye, I will be on that man's neck. I will crumple up his cowboy hat. And then I will have all 3 of my dogs urinate on it and my kitties, because that smell doesn't go away.
Was meant to happen. And
oh God, this is painful.
It's inappropriate.
I guess you could take it as a life lesson. It was meant to happen. You had to learn. But please, Catherine, don't. Just no need to protect these toxic monsters over your own health, mental, physical, over your own sanity. And you could have walked away right away. And whatever happens to him, and that is his mess to clean up, not yours.
I think I started to realize pretty early on that he at least wasn't my soulmate or the person I was meant to be with. And not every relationship needs to be that, which is, I think, why I stayed for a little bit longer, which isn't really fair. But, I mean, it's the way that it played out. It's the way that it is, whatever. And I knew it was inevitable. And then the inevitable finally came.
Yeah. And how did you feel when you?
No, I would be like, and how did you do it? How did you break up with him? Did he cry? Is he still crying? How many times did he try to guilt you into staying with him? Because, I mean, just imagine, I'm just imagining all the times that he probably made her feel like it was her responsibility. And somehow how she reacted on the feeds was the reason that America didn't like him, or was the reason for the reception that he was getting from the audience. How many times he guilt tripped her. How many times he made it her problem. Oh, I'm exhausted just thinking about those things.
We came out of the house. I know for me, I was actually really shocked to see Rylie, all of the hate. I was shocked to see the hate with Rylie and Ava, actually. I actually thought those two would be liked characters, actually, from what I saw in the house. Obviously, I'm not in every conversation, in every room, in every place, to see every single thing that happened. But from what I saw in the house, I thought that those two would be up there. I would say at least top 6 of more like favorite house guests. So I was actually very shocked to see all of the hate he got. And I think our whole cast was actually initially, because we didn't get to see every scene of every single thing that happened. Were you shocked when you came out and you saw that?
Yeah, I was really shocked. It was surprising. Like you said, I think the majority of our cast thought he would have been like a likable character for the house. And I don't think
we need to stop just thinking because someone shows up in a cowboy hat and a Southern accent, America, we're gonna go, we like a him. We like a him. They think like everyone's gonna be their Donnie. They just are trying to like recreate the wheel. And they're casting for that reason. And it shows because they really haven't. Also, they do a disservice to any people from the South with who they cast on this show. If I was a Southerner, I would be offended. Because if they were casting this many problematic Minnesotans, I'd be like, oh, Jesus, they're making us look bad.
Any of us were anticipating, seeing the amount of hate that certain people got. Yeah. And I think for him, especially, like, I don't know, when I first got out of the house, like, my feelings were very connected to,
for sure,
the hate that he was getting, like I said, and I felt extremely guilty for it. And I had a pretty hard time the first week that I was out, on top of, being like, okay, like I'm out a week before probably jury. And but it was kind of like all of my own emotions I had to put on the back burner, and I didn't really get to process for like a little bit longer about my experience on the show that was individualistic to me, because a lot of my comments were, either hate centered because of being associated with him, or were very concerned, and I had to like deal with that in a massive influx because I didn't get to see it building over time. It wasn't 20 comments a day, it was thousands of comments in 10 seconds. And so I didn't sleep a whole bunch, I cried a bunch, but I also just like spent a lot of times with friends. But it was very, very stressful, and it really was something I was not prepared for. I was definitely prepared to come out of the house and see like some people didn't like me, whatever, but I wasn't prepared for how intense that was. And it's because of, that's not something that I think like everyone has to go through, even if you were an unlikable person on the show. The things that were being associated with it were very, very sensitive topics.
Okay, well, all right. I'm very happy you're out, Catherine. Kat, I'm so happy that you're not with him. You're not in this relationship, but all the hate or dislike or comments or disdain that Rylie experienced is Rylie's fault, and is a direct result of how we saw him behave to mainly, like you guys are saying in the chat, to you. And I could see how he could, as like a weirdo, narcissist, gross person, turn that around on you to make you feel guilty. But again, you did nothing wrong in that situation. Okay. We watched him gaslight you. We watched him speak abusively to you. And it was just frustrating to watch, because we're watching these live feeds and it's happening in real time, but there's nothing any of us can do, and no one's stepping in, and there's no intervention. And the rest of the house is like, he's great. And we're like, how are people not seeing how he talks and acts? And you could tell someone like Ashley, in the conversation she would have with Rylie on the feeds, that she was picking up on it. But again, she's also a part of this strategic game, this social strategic game, where any misstep against someone who's like popular in the house, can completely destroy your game and get you evicted. But it's just the fact that she felt responsible for that is the most heartbreaking part, but it's also unfortunately the most relatable part, because I think a lot of us in relationships with toxic people or narcissists have definitely felt that way before. So hopefully, Catherine, you take a look at that and you see, how you gotten, like Evelyn said, maybe there's a little bit of internalized misogyny in you. And you remember the red flags. There's great books you can read or audiobooks you can listen to stay away from dudes like this. I know that they get in there, but they're just freaking monsters. And Rylie just never deserved your time. He is just gross. And any repercussions he faced were on him, not on you.
In every generation there is a chosen one. She alone will stand against the vampires, the demons, and the forces of darkness. She is the Slayer.
I don't know. He remember they were like, his mom's like, we're going to get a paternity test. We're going to find out. And then we're like, Maury, is he the father or not? Because there were like at least one, possibly two women who were like, you better start paying this child support because you are the father. Because a broken man's sperm is always strong for some reason. The brokest and most broken men have strong sperm. I do not understand. I do not get it. But here we are.
And they're very, very hard to see, especially on such a huge scale, and like have it just be something that I think like everyone has to go through, even if you were an unlikable person on the show. The things that were being associated with it were very, very sensitive topics, and they're very, very hard to see, especially on such a huge scale.
I think Catherine's looking at it as a L for her, as like, wow, I really failed. Like, no, you didn't fail. You lived and you learned. I think the only failure to take away is that you were so afraid of everyone being right or you being wrong that you stayed with him for that. And also, as you said, because you felt bad for him. So maybe a little, I mean, granted, you're like 22 or 23, so the ego is strong at that age, but maybe take the ego out of it and just dip out. Who cares? And just like you said, it's hard to see when it's right in your face and you have this person gaslighting you and you're in this strategic social game and you're locked away from the rest of the world. We totally understood how you could get in that position. We just didn't understand why when you got out, there was such like a pushback and almost to like prove that he wasn't the monster he is. I mean, I guess I could kind of understand why you did that. I mean, that's probably a lot of people can relate to that too, but we're just happy you're out, girl. But just allow yourself to take in everything you learned or something. I don't know.
And like have it just be constant.
Yeah.
And my face was just really hard. And I was like, I don't even know what to say, how to respond, how to act. And it sucked. It sucked. And I couldn't be happy about my experience for like almost until finale. Like I wasn't like, I was just like,
that's what we knew. We knew watching that, like he was taking away your joy. He was taking away your autonomy in the game. He was taking away everything for you. Your whole experience, it became about him. And him being this, I'm going to save Catherine. Catherine never needed saving. Catherine would have done a million times better in this game without Rylie. But Rylie had this like God hero complex that many broken, little problematic, monstrous men have, where they're like, I'm going to stick up for her, when really she didn't ask for that. She doesn't need that. You need that. She doesn't need that. You're making it worse for her. But he's too stupid, and too toxic to realize that. So that was the saddest part, is that we never got to know you. And I could see how that tainted your experience, because he completely overshadowed it and took over. He took control.
I was like, maybe this was like the worst thing I did for myself. And it sucked. I know. But now I'm like, I don't.
Ashley, because Ashley had the opposite experience. Ashley was like, I lived it. I did it. I tricked these fools. Like she had so much fun. And, when they first did their cast interviews, I would have thought Catherine could have had like an Ashley type game. She could have had a much better game, a much better experience.
I don't care. Like I'm good. And I would do it again. But no, it took at least over 2 weeks for me to like be able to like kind of look at anything associated with the house and like feel kind of happy about it, I guess.
Wait, I hate that for you. That's so beautiful. I didn't know any of this. No, I didn't know any of this. And obviously, probably part of that is that, one, none of us live in the same state.
Right.
So we never know each other. Two, I obviously like made it past jury so that I'm stuck. So I don't even get to see everything that's happening. And the outside world are like, no, I don't even know. I don't know anything. I was like, I knew I wouldn't be a hated character because I hadn't done anything, but I definitely didn't think I'd be as liked as I was, until towards the end. I felt like, okay, now they're asking me about my game.
Yeah. But also they have to guess who they think is like playing well. And then it's like, oh, so even who like them watching, they're like, even them who we thought was playing well, that like we've mainly been asking about their game, they're gone now. Like,
yeah, literally. Yeah. I think
because no one knows how the game's going to play out.
No, not at all. And I think like going in, because of my preseason interviews and stuff, and as you probably seen, like a lot of people picked me to win off of just the preseason interviews. But as the season went on, everybody had lost their faith pretty much because Showergate, and like I'm pretty sure, to be honest, they thought I was going to be the first boot. So they're like, okay, we're going to blow the shower thing up, probably make this a big deal because she's not going to be sense. Like she is going to be the first one out. And so I think there's a lot of that. I think you should be proud of the game you played, because I think even some of the comments on my previous interview were like, wow, I love seeing the side of Catherine. And she was really playing the game, because obviously they can't highlight every single character and like the moves that they're making, their thought process. It's just not possible.
Exactly. And I know that. I know I didn't just stare at the wall. I'm not that easily entertained. I know I like did work and like put effort in. And some things were influenced by the fact that like I wasn't a showmance. I was with Rylie in the house, like all this stuff. And there was that influence, and it did, sometimes affect.
Note to future women, do not get into showmance, okay? Unless you're going to like Janelle it in a lot of ways. Not Dr. Will Janelle it, because she kind of got lost in the sauce for a minute. And when her and Erica figured it out in BB7 All-Stars, they got him out, but it was too late. Evil Mike Boogie was going to, take it all and win. But don't get into showmance. Have the experience. If you are going to get into showmance, you lead the way. Stay in control of yourself, and don't let, someone like Rylie. Just stop casting Rylies. Ew, gross. Yuck, yuck. Gross.
like maybe certain ways that I viewed some people in the house. But then again, I did try my best to operate as independently as possible from him, but there isn't like an association that you can completely get away from, you know what I mean? But I still felt that was like the one thing when I get like comments like that, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't care if that part didn't shine through or people say that I did nothing. Like, okay, sure. Like,
Right, like whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And I think, I was shocked. I know I saw the TMZ article, which I'm sure you did too. What was that like for you to see? I think the article was about he had a baby or something. Was that shocking for you? Did that impact you guys' relationship?
Oh, she talked about the baby?
Because I can't really imagine coming out. We haven't established it for boyfriend, girlfriend. And then now we're in the spotlight. Like there are news articles about my partner and rumors. How did you navigate that? How did that play out into your relationship? Do you think that those rumors or outside forces led to the demise, or how do you feel about that?
I don't think outside forces led to the demise. I genuinely think that outside sources or forces, like I said, kind of led to the continuation. And I think that's kind of where maybe people on the internet get a little too like keyboard happy. And it's kind of like, I can see things and he can see things, and it does influence some decisions. And it might, just because you're saying like, hate seeing you guys together, like it doesn't necessarily mean
We're not
that, you know, because it makes me consider what are the consequences and how unkind are people going to be if I'm not associated with him, if it's probably there was plenty of people saying too, like, hated him, and now I guess he's like not bad because she's with him. And I'm like, okay, this is like at least a percentage of the hate like settling down, and it is because I'm with him. So I think just be a little bit more careful online.
Okay. It's me, Krista. Thank you so much for the $9.99. Says Jolene, have to run, but thank you for covering this. So happy you're back. I will see you tomorrow, Krista. I already have the live plan, so we will see you at 2:30 tomorrow. Oh my gosh, this is. I feel like the direction. I mean, we can always all learn, I guess. Oh. I mean, we can always be kinder, I guess, but I'm not being kind to Rylie. I'll never be kind to guys like Rylie. I will chew up and spit out guys like Rylie. Okay, I'm not going to be kind to him. But I think it's just the fact that she then internalized all the hate he got onto her and then felt a responsibility. It's so interesting.
About like what you're saying. Just because I mean it does influence things. At least it did at first.
Okay, I feel like she's saying two things. It influenced things in that she thought, well, if I'm with him, people will maybe think he's nice and be nicer to him. But if I break up with him, since they're so horrible about me being with him, maybe they'll be more horrible to him and possibly to me. I don't know.
For me. And I don't regret that we were together, but I still don't think like a lot of our relationship I've like fully kind of processed. I just like haven't wanted to like think on it too much because it's just not, I'm just really happy. Like I'm really happy now. And
so happy.
Yeah. And I don't want to blame that on him, but like, I think I'm just really good alone. And I love being alone. And that part of my intro wasn't a lie. Like I do enjoy being alone, and men aren't the main focus of my life.
Which is interesting because everyone who goes into the show, we've seen it so many times. We're like, I'm alone. I love to be alone. A man's never going to get in between me. They're always the people that the men get in between. I feel like they're trying to convince themselves that they're not the type that falls into relationship after relationship, or might just be a serial monogamist. They might just like being in relationships, and sometimes might, get into ones that then they're like, maybe this is too fast. This guy's an asshole. Yes, Sandy. She's like 23 years old. She's a baby. She's so young. Yeah, maybe she should have went on Love Island instead of Big Brother.
And sorry that for 7 months, one person was a focus of my life, but like, I don't know. I have trouble in relationships. I'm not a serial dater or anything like that. So I really enjoy being alone, and it's just where I'm meant to be.
Yeah, I think you seem so happy, Catherine. Like you just seem very free, and like I don't know your normal self because like we only saw each other in the house, but you seem, if this was your normal self, like it would make sense to me because you seem so different. Your energy is different. Your aura is different. You seem very like light and very like free. It doesn't feel, I don't know, it just feels, your aura is giving like, I'm happy, I'm living my best life. Like that's what it seems like. So I'm glad that you're happy. And I think the fans will be so happy to hear that you're happy. And I know
we are very happy to hear that she's happy. And thank you, Gigi, for the Gigi raid. Welcome all the Gigi people. We love Gigi. But as far as this goes, I want to know about Rylie. Is he the father?
there have been people
Because they started talking about that and then they never answered it.
who have obviously said a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie, I did get a lot of questions about Rylie, some that I am not gonna ask because people obviously have their opinions, and some people have labeled him as an abuser. Do you have anything you want to say to that, to clear that up or not clear that up? I think I got like 7 questions about that.
We saw
I don't know if you want to say anything.
I just feel like the word's really dangerous just to bring up in general.
We don't need her to say it. We don't need Catherine to verify it because she might be in a situation where she could, I don't know, I'm just, these are just speculations on my part, where she could be afraid of this man. He could be stalking her. I wouldn't put it past him. He is that kind of dude. He's not a good dude. So we saw it with our own eyes. So we don't need verification from Catherine. What we saw and the way he spoke to her on the live feeds was bad enough. I can only imagine how he spoke to her when there were no cameras around.
I don't want him getting hate in any way.
Okay. I guess because of some
That's the, that's the confirm. I mean, we already knew, but I hate that, she's then getting put in that situation, which could be actually very dangerous for her.
of the scenes. Have you seen the live feeds clips of YouTube?
No, really.
Oh, girl. Baby girl, I hope you get a therapist. Okay. And that's not shady at all. That's like they'll be so good for you. And maybe that therapist can walk you through some of those clips, because it could be very eye-opening just for what to look for in the future, unfortunately, because these problematic weirdos seem to be everywhere.
Okay, good. Don't look for them. But some people were asking about those clips. All right, Catherine, I think that's all. As a fun way to end this video.
Okay, so that's that. All right. Okay. Well, good luck, Catherine. God bless. Godspeed. All the good things. And definitely, check out a little therapy. Talk to a little therapy friend. Because eventually I think it would be good for her to have a way to process that. Because, oh my gosh. Right? Yes, a curious-minded seeker, 100% right. Of course she doesn't want him getting hate. He turned it around and blamed her. Well, hopefully, she has a good group of girlfriends around her and a support system, and maybe can get some therapy. I'm just so glad they're not together. Okay, so if you're out there and you're with a toxic Rylie, a bad guy, here's your sign to dump him. And be safe and stay safe. Okay. Thank you, Karen, for the Gigi raid. We love it. Love to see it. Okay. So, let's see. We've been going a little over an hour. We're doing stuff. Things are happening. Okay. So maybe tomorrow we will start on a little Kouri Richens testimony roasting. So as far as, and I know Gigi has great little overviews too and clips that I can watch as I'm getting caught up. But feel free, again, you guys, I'm going to put my email there, to email me, joleenreacts@gmail.com, with any suggestions you have or recommendations for who and which testimonies you want me to roast. We kind of did this with Karen Reed when we first started covering and roasting that. I think we might have started with Proctor's testimony, his cross maybe. And then we went from there, and then sometimes we were watching the trial live while it was airing. But I think it would be fun to just go back with this one and roast testimony that some of you may have already seen. But for those of us who are learning, now you can see it through a comedic lens. Does the trial channel, are they? Oh, God, I love the trial channel. I want to drop the trial channel because they are my favorite place to go for any kind of trial. I don't want to say coverage, because what they do is I just dropped it in the live chat. they put it together and they take out, especially during Karen Read, the sidebars, you know, because those sidebars, oh my gosh, they take out the sidebars and they organize it. Their channel is so beautifully organized. And I'm so glad to see they're over 50,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys sub to them if you haven't already. And looks like they have quite a few. They have LaShonda Rogers, New York Life Insurance. They have Brooke Carrington, forensic accountant. Chris Kotradimos, digital forensics. So they have a lot of, the Karen Read cell phone hearing. Très intéressant. But do they have that guy? I want to kind of watch the boyfriend one. Where's Josh? Where's Joshy? Where's Joshy Pants? I don't see his here. But some of these, the trial channels, those are 7 days ago. But I feel like Joshy was recent when he testified. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Quinn says you could roast the prosecution, but you'd fall asleep. More boring than me. How could anything be more boring than Megan? How could they? Amy says, I heard the trial channel is also doing videos of the sidebars and AI voices that sound like Judge. No way. Well, wasn't like Emily C. and Melanie Little and Auntie Deb doing dramatic readings of the sidebars? I thought I saw that. I wonder if they have any, trial channel has any. They don't really have any lives. They just have videos and testimonies that they've edited down. Let me see if we can, if I can just look. Josh Kouri Richens testimony. Oh, it was a short. Ex-boyfriend testifies. Josh Grossman. Oh, wait, is this one? Secret boyfriend. Secret. Oh. I think Lauren. Oh, Lauren. Oh, this is the one that Hella showed me. One of Lauren's. Let's watch Law and Crime. Let's look at the Law and Crime. This will be our little introduction to this. And see, because this guy was crying. All right. I'm sorry, what? They also found Karen Read sanitary pads. I'm sorry, what? What? Who did? Oh my gosh. What? Her sanitary pads in the sidebars? Anders, please elaborate. Oh my gosh. Not the sanitary pads. Oh boy. Okay. Let's just watch a little bit of this guy. And this is from 6 days ago. And this is Kouri Richens, who is on trial for allegedly poisoning her husband, Eric. His name was Eric, right, guys? I'm learning as I go. She had a lover named Robert Josh Grossman. He was like, I don't want to go by Bob or Robert. That's too respectable. It's going to be Josh. Joshy. We're going to call him Joshy. Took the stand Wednesday afternoon, during which the state revealed shocking intimate text. You know, we love an intimate text like Karen Read's and Brian Higgins between the two following the death of Richens' husband. The pair had an on and off relationship, often marked by arguments. Okay. In the words of Miss Felicia, okay. Kelly Cal, thank you so much for the $1.99. Says I'm going to email you Lauren talking about Josh. Okay, please do. There's also a Dr. John video we have to roast. He's back on Hidden True Crime. We got to catch up with Trisha. We'll probably have to do that tomorrow, only because I have a hard out in probably like a half hour, 40 minutes, because I'm having dinner. My mother-in-law's in town. Another Mark Wayne. Yeah, Robbie Bobby. He should have went by Robbie Bobby, this guy. Like Rob Roush. Robbie Bobby. So we have so much, you guys, to get caught up on. We are not in need. The content runneth over.
Just walk through them with the jury, please.
So this is Kouri Richens' alleged secret lover while she was married. Oh boy. Oh, and I think Hella said they don't read them to us. So this one's from Josh. And it says, when I don't get much from you, I just figure it's because you're doing things that, I wouldn't like and would hurt me. It is draining to love you and pretend to be an idiot. I don't want to avoid things with people I love, thoughts or problems. I want to communicate. Oh my God, this text message is just like, I have no lady boner, is gone. Okay. Oh my God, my cervix has sewed itself shut reading these things. Thoughts or problems. I want to communicate until we know each other better and solve stuff together. Ugh, this is not how you have an affair. This is a relationship, okay? Not by myself, not for each other. Like and love you today. I live too much through this phone though. I'm tired, babe. Baby's tired. Are you serious? It's all quiet. They couldn't get someone to read this shit. Holy shit. So they just put this up. The poor jury, they need to hire me. Okay. I need to market myself. Get like a resume put together to read these text messages in court, different court cases. Oh my gosh. Okay, hurry up. We read that one. Okay, so after that, he then says, I tell you some of what was on my mind today, tomorrow. Okay. Leave her wanting more, I guess. If you sent me that text beforehand, I'd be like, I am blocking you now. Okay, the next one is from Kouri, who he has saved as K-Babe. Oh my God. Yuck.
It's not enough.
You're despicable.
K-Babe. K-Babe. Kouri Babe, because Kouri is Kouri. Oh, God.
We are living in the stupid era. This is the stupid era.
So I believe that, from K-Babe to Josh Grossman, what do you want to know that I'm not telling you or quiet about? ? Oh, geez. Why even have an affair if it's just going to turn into another relationship? Now you just have two problematic relationships. Aren't affairs supposed to be like sexy and fun? I mean, I've never had an affair, but that's what you see in like the movies. I imagine eventually they get messy, but come on. I don't advocate for affairs. Okay, then he comes back. Josh to K-Babe. I want to know everything about you. Oh, gross. It's part of being in love. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Now that you're out of my life, I'm so much better. You think I was weak without you, but I'm stronger.
It's part of being in love. That's in his love. It's one of his fucking his love language. Not tonight, though. I don't want any info tonight. We're good. Why not tonight? What are you doing? Are you playing games? Or are you like legitimately busy on your beer softball league? This guy looks like he's on like some kind of adult athletic sport where no one's good, but there's a lot of drinking and chain smoking. Okay. Why not tonight? Oh, jeez. I'm going to speed it up. I put it to 2 times. Okay. Then K-Babe comes back at him. K-Babe to Josh says, something specific. Spike this though. There's something you want to know that I didn't tell you. Can you tell me what it is? I know you're busy, tired, sore fingers. Oh, what? Why is he, Kouri, why does he have sore fingers? Sore fingers, not wanting to text me because a call would be better or in person. But I will be up all night wondering, babe. Oh, get a life. Take a melatonin. Take a 10 milligram. You're going to need it. Worrying, feeling horrible. I would greatly appreciate you telling me. But if not, that's okay. Not tonight. Doesn't seem okay. It seems like you're going to be up all night worrying about it, shitting your pants. You got to get sleep, girl. It's so important. How old is Kouri Richens? Is she perimenopausal age? Because it's so important for us perimenopausal chicks. And now they're doing studies finally that women, we need like a lot more sleep than penises. We need like 10, 11 hours. Okay, then Josh replies to K-Babe and says, can't text it. This texting shit sucks. Several things. Is he illiterate? Can he not read? Like, why can't he text? Just, you can do talk to text, Josh. He's like, I'm currently holding a 2x4. I don't have time for this. And then he also replies, if you lived one day with my phone, you would get it. Oh, he's trying to grift for a new phone. It's a sympathy. It's a phone beg because she's got money. Because allegedly, Hella was telling me she had like 12 properties at one time. And she met him through maybe doing some of the work at these properties. Feel free to correct me if I am incorrect. So he's like, I need a new phone. Buy me a new phone. Buy me an iPhone, babe. I need the latest iPhone, babe. If I'm going to hammer stuff, I need a good iPhone. My fingers are sore. When I text, it's like spikes on this Android. It's crazy. So if you lived one day with my phone, you would get it. But you don't. You have like 5 phones because you're rich. And you're my lover. You're my rich lover. I added that. Oh, he's back again. Not mad at you. What is he writing in iambic pentameter? Like what is this with the not mad at you? Was he writing a haiku? Know that. It's this pho. It's this pho. Was he eating pho? These cuts. Too time consuming. I have 2 hours of driving soon. I have to get off this job. Okay, so again, I'm just learning about these people. He has a horrible phone, just a devil phone. He's got cuts all over. His fingers are sore from fingering. It's too time consuming. He doesn't have time for it. Maybe he can't spell, or he had some he's got to drive really far, 2 hours. And he just wants to get off his job. He could have a T9. Meme 12, you're right. He could. Those were a bitch. Okay, then K-Babe comes back. Oh my God, girl, get a new boyfriend. This is like, ugh. K-Babe says, she says, why is she putting it in quotes? She says, it's draining to love you. Oh, did he say that? Okay, I think maybe he did. It's draining to love you, quote unquote. My heart is burning with sadness. That could be the syphilis. To have read that. Buy him a phone. That's what he's looking for, babe. Like it popped out of my chest and someone is stomping on it. Probably your husband who you allegedly murdered. The ghost of him. They are very dramatic. I'm sorry. I'm draining to love. I knew this would come one day. So you're telling me he's not the first person who's told you you're draining to love. Just was hoping it wasn't today. These two have something where they're constantly like, not today. Maybe tomorrow. And then tomorrow they'll say, not today. Oh my gosh. It's like the sign that I used to have in my drinking days. I put it in my kitchen. It was like one of those tin signs. I thought it was so cool, but I was drunk, you know, and it said free beer tomorrow. So when my friends would come over, they'd be like, hey, there's free beer tomorrow. I was like, yeah, come by tomorrow. And then they'd have to keep waiting because it's always tomorrow. And that's what these two are doing. Free beer tomorrow. I'll tell you tomorrow. So I'm sorry I'm draining to love. I knew this would come one day. Just was hoping it wasn't today or anytime soon because I love you. I love talking to you, being with you, laughing and joking, venting and being overly happy with news I got today. The sense of never feeling judged with you and just so comfy around you. I don't have that in my marriage. Well, then get divorced. And I really enjoy my relationship and love for you. ... But you're right. She spelled you're wrong. We both know this love triangle can't go on forever. You don't deserve it. I don't deserve you. I can't expect you to sit around for the day the trigger gets pulled. Oh my God. Because who knows when that's going to be. I tried and failed. I can't expect you to sit home and wonder what I'm doing or my home life or when I might call you next or see you. That is so beyond selfish of me. You're right. Again, spelled incorrectly. And I'm S. She started to write a word and then she was like, I can't see through my tears. Right? It's not a love triangle. Eric doesn't allegedly know about it. Jeez, this chick is annoying and so is this guy. All right, we got it. Thank you. Okay, did I miss one? They really make it Okay, then she texts again. Sorry, I didn't see it till then. What a damn selfish person I am. How could I think someone like you? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but your fingers to be cured. Oh my God. Would be okay with this for the rest of forever. Did she really think she was going to just have this affair forever? Until I pull my head out of my ass. I think you have to pull his out of your mouth, but okay, whatever. How selfish not to step away and let you just live your life without the constant wonder. Ugh. Your love is draining again. She quotes that. She's just so you know, Josh, if you would have stayed with her, she would never have dropped this. You would have heard that the rest of your life. Okay. I'm sorry, babe. Bib. You're right. Spelled incorrectly again. It has to be exhausting. And how dare me be okay with that? How dare me be okay with that? The mental and physically stress on you. I'm sorry, babe. They should have just did like voice text, not talk to text, but actual voice. I'm sorry, babe. Maybe saying goodbye earlier than later is better. So now she's dangling like, I'll just dump you. I'm sorry you have to work so late. I shouldn't have kept you so late this morning. They were again selfish. Wow. I'm so sorry. I'm just realizing this. I feel like an idiot. Don't text back. No words needed. Finish up work. Get some rest. We can talk later. Good night. Again, not today. Tomorrow. Not tonight. Oh, God. These two are the worst. Yeah, they're both playing games. Sorry I didn't get you that new, awesome, expensive phone. But my budget's running low, buying all these houses and buying poison, allegedly. Did you know how, what if she would have died? You have no idea how expensive poison is. Very expensive. And sandwich meat, I keep screwing up and I can't just get him budding. You know, it's not like I hate the guy, but I don't hate him that much. I have to get him real meat. Okay, so Josh is back in green, texting K-Bay, love triangle? He didn't put a question mark, but I am. What do you mean by that? I don't get it. Because he's probably like, just like Kelly Cal said, Eric isn't in this. I mean, he's your husband, but. And then K-Babe comes right back to Josh and says, well, I'm married. And you/me, our relationship, I don't know what else to call it. I'm in love with a man that's not my husband. So divorce your husband and marry the other guy. That's like a toddler could tell you that. And then he says, I could talk to you right now. We could be great. Not a fair shot. What? I could talk to you right now. So he wants to talk. We could have been a contender. We could be great. Not a fair shot. Oh, whatever. You guys are so lame. Josh says, instead, it's going to be me. It's going to be me interpreted text once again. Instead, it's going to be, let's end this sooner. Wild. Oh, so she's done this before, the same song and dance. So he's like, oh, again, it's going to be misinterpreted text, or maybe we should end this, which she did say. He said wild. So either he's cheering for the Minnesota Wild or he thinks this is wild. K-Babe texts Joshy back and says, I meant what I said yesterday. I'll always love you, handsome. If it's okay, can we talk tomorrow? No, bitch, you can't. He doesn't want to talk.
I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
I really don't give a
whatever.
I really don't.
Tomorrow comes. He's like, if tomorrow never comes, just know I cannot talk to you. So he says, she says, if it's okay, can we talk tomorrow? I want to go to sleep as happy as I was when I woke up with you this morning. God, what did you guys do in the morning, you sickos? You better wash the sheets. I won't misinterpret anything, or I hope I don't, until I talk to you about it more. I'm sorry, babe.
It's not enough.
Sorry, babe. Sorry, Bob. So sorry. Oh, then here comes Captain Green Machine, Joshy. To K-Babe says, it's draining to love you. Dot, 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 dot. All the dots. Josh, we just need 3. Just need 3. 3 is the appropriate amount of dots. 2's too little. 1's just the end of a sentence. Anything more than that looks like you fell asleep on the keyboard. He says, you threw the last half of the sentence away, question mark. What? You changed the meaning of the sentence by deleting some of it and then used your new sentence as an epiphany. He capitalized epiphany. And a reason to profess your love triangle. That just means he's dated a stripper named Epiphany before, because that auto like capitalized. He dated a dancer. Get it, Josh? And then used your new sentence as an epiphany and a reason to profess your love triangle in quotation marks or parentheses of Eric and end it sooner with me. That's what I gathered from that chopped liver over here. He's just chopped liver. Oh, very old-timey reference. Chopped liver over here. Josh is like, don't treat me like chopped liver. I'm prime rib. I'm brisket, at least. What did he say there? Did he just text her the Prince sign? Is that the... What is that sign? What is that again? I was like, is that the Prince? What is that when there's a circle and a... Is that a jet? What does that mean again? Perimenopausal brain fog. I can't remember what that means. But he does. I want to put it in the chat. What is that? I don't want to Google it. You goofball. Oh, male? Is that the sign? Is that like the male, female? Or female? Because one goes down and one goes up. It's like the circle with the cross. Goalie says trans. I don't think it's for trans. The trans people are like, leave us out of this. This is fucked up straight love. Okay. K-Babe then says, okay, male is up. All right, Miss Chaos, thank you. So it's the man symbol. Why would he even put that? Is he reminding her? These are my, are they like his pronouns or something? These are my pronouns, bitch. You called me the wrong one in bed today. So K-Babe then replies to Josh and says, I threw the last half of the sentence off because it's almost as bad as the first. Pretend to be an idiot, quote unquote. I took that as, quote, are we ever going to address the elephant in the room and recognize what's really going on here? The bigger picture, end quote. Profess my love for Eric, question mark. What? That's not what I'm saying either. You took love triangle and changed it around to, quote, professing my love for Eric, when that's not at all caps on at all, what I was doing. I'm telling you, I'm in love with a man. That's not, we need the sad music. I'm in love with a man that's not my husband. She thinks she's like Meg Ryan in a romantic comedy in the 90s over here. Man, when really this is like the Texas Chainsaw Genital Massacre. All right. All right. That's what I'm saying. You took love triangle and changed it around to professing my love for Eric, when that's not at all what I was doing. I'm telling you, I'm in love with a man. That's not my husband. That's 3 people. That's what makes a triangle. It has 3 sides. Okay, I added that part, but she did say, that's a triangle. Want to make a circle with 3 people? Want a circle jerk? I think she just asked him. You just didn't the exact thing I did. Assumed and misinterpreted a text. Oh, God. Right. Oh, my Lanta. Holy Hannah. This is just... How do they get boners for each other after these messages? They are the worst. Okay. I gotta speed it up again. Slowed itself down. We're gonna do it to 3. What do they think these people read like turtles? We're done. And then she's like, oh, I made a mistake. Did the exact. Thank you for clarifying that, K-Babe. And then Joshy comes back and says, if you think you love me now, then ending it sooner will be good for one reason only. Because if you didn't, or if you don't, you're never, or you're gonna fall in love with me in ways you never thought you could. Oh my God.
It's a good time to be medicated.
He's like, you just wait till you see what I can do with 2x4s. I gotta read that again. Because if you don't, you're gonna fall in love with me in ways you never thought you could. I know every position, the 6'9", the 7'0", the 4'4", the 5'2", think about it. That's a guarantee. Speaking of guarantee, he dated another dancer named Guarantee because the G is capitalized. Last night by no means counts as your guarantee, ! It was not stated as such prior. So it doesn't count! ! Good God. These are just overly dramatic and stupid. Then K-Babe comes back and says, you will never be chopped liver to me. Absolutely not true. I had an epiphany of the selfish person I really am. That's the only epiphany I had. The day you yelled at me on the phone, you had said I was selfish, and I was so offended by that. And now I understand why you said that and why I felt so mad, because it's true. You're right. If we don't end things, I would fall deeper and more in love with you than I already am, which is going to be even harder than your flaccid penis. I added that part. Okay. I'll take it. Doesn't count. Guarantee for the third ? Maybe that will be more of a date to remember than just celebrating Christmas in a guarantee. I know your fingers hurt. I know you're working. I can try to get away tomorrow for a phone call. I think we're gonna need it. She is playing a game. She's like, I know all these horrible things about me. I'm never gonna change them, but I'm gonna say I know them and recognize them. So you think that's me taking accountability and possibly apologizing. And so you'll come lay the pipe again. Josh replies, if you're gonna be mad at me, you don't need to come see me and do it in person. If you're gonna say goodbye forever, because that's what you want to do it in person. Or better yet, just love me. Love me like you have no choice in the matter. I want to be my best for you. I want us to be ourselves for each other. Oh my God. Well, first, sir, you said, if you're going to be mad at me, you need to come see me and do it in person. And then you said, if you're going to say goodbye forever, because that's what you want, okay. So he just wants to see you. I want to see you. I want to see your boobies and your bum bum and your baby door and your large side part on your hair and your glazed over eyes because you might be taking prescription pain medication inappropriately. And then Josh isn't done. He says, I love our love. I love you. Do you believe that we could be great together? For each other? Oh my God. I don't, Josh. And then, oh no, I missed that part. Okay. For each other. And then, oh, get up, Josh. Get up. Your mom might be watching. And then he replies with, what did you mean by more? Oh, shit. What did you mean by more of a date to remember? Have you ever seen a walk to remember? That's how I want it to end, Josh. Oh boy. No, I added that part, but what are you doing? Is he smelling his crotch? What is going on here? You are a grown man with a buzz cut. Sit up. Maybe his fingers are sore. What is he doing? Then K-Babe replies back and says, I'm not mad about anything. I promise. Saying goodbye. We promised to do it in person, and both know it was coming and happening the day it happens. It's not what I want to do, but it's also not fair for you in any way, all caps, possible, because I want you, but can't break up my family. It's having your cake and eating it too. I just want to love you. I do love you. I love our love too. It's my favorite. Exclamation point. Do I think we could be great together? Yes, of course I do. You're one of my best friends, babe. She just wants to fuck you, Josh. Or she wants you to take her husband out. Okay? She wants a friend with dick benefits. Oh my gosh. Okay, babe. And then Josh comes back. He goes, oh, no, ma'am. I thought you were getting a divorce. Okay, babe says, that's what I'm saying. What if that's in a year? Question mark. You're supposed to sit around and wait for me? Question mark. No. And I would never ask you to. Manipulative. Now he's spinning in the chair. Josh. Good God. Josh comes back and says, of course I'd wait a year. If you're not coming over on the 3rd to say goodbye to me, you're not invited! Exclamation point. Jeez. They really gratuitous use of the exclamation point. You got to be here by the 3rd or get the fuck out. And then Josh says, I'll take it back to 7 a.m. every morning or 9 at night every night. And then he does the sign for being a male again. What is going on, Josh? Does he have to remind himself? I the dude, I man, you girl. And then K-Babe, Kouri comes back and says, I'll just take 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. every day with multiple phone calls and visits in between. Josh says, I'll see it. Oh, okay. K-Babe says, no, sweets, you do tomorrow. Take the day and just relax. Storage unit stuff. Panda walk. He's got a panda? Don't worry about it. Or Panda Express. Is he going to walk to Panda Express? I'm interested in this panda, you guys. Don't worry about it. I really appreciate it, though. And then she says, hey. And then he's like, that is doing me. That's what I'm going to do. So if you don't want a Charlie Brown tree, you might want to participate. Oh, so he wants her to come decorate for Christmas? Oh, my God. What's the date on this? 12/18/2021. So maybe. And then hey again. Okay. And then K-Babe Kouri Richens says, ha 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 exclamation point. You're the best. She spelled you're wrong again. The thought of not talking to you and listening to your silly jokes sounds awful in a million ways. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. I love you, period. How did their moods change so quickly? This is like the Bipolar Express. Good night. Pee in my pod. Ew. Oh. I'm taking that in an R. Kelly way. That, ew. I know it's spelled P-E-A. Good night. And then she quotes, pee in my pod. And then Josh says, I love you. Oh, this is the thing Lauren Matthias was laughing at, you guys, when I was on Hella's channel. So he spelt out her name, Kouri. And then for each letter of her name, he says a word that describes her. I love you. K is for kind. O is for outgoing. Because you're always outgoing, leaving the door, out. Anyways, U is for unique. Because I've never dated a married woman who might have a pill problem and a deep side part before. R is for romantic, because you being married is very romantic. I is for inches away from signing her divorce papers and falling madly in love with her soulmates.
It's inappropriate.
Good night, Lima Bean. This is so cringe. You guys. These are adult people. Lima Bean and Pea Pod. And I thought me and my husband calling each other kitty was bad. This is bad. Good night, Lima Bean. Good night, lewd and lascivious lady. Good night, you lecherous liar. Okay. Oh, he's back. Okay. So that's okay. Now he had to watch that. Now we're going to actually ask some damn questions here. Joshy, you guys. Joshy.
That test was from December the 18th, 2020.
Are they not mic'd up? Why is it so hard to hear this attorney?
I meant to go in chronological order.
What?
That was all one day.
That was one day? Good God. Oh my God. You guys should have Thelma Louise together. That was one day of your talking?
Sir, we're going to go back in time to November the 29th, 2021.
I thought that was over a span of time.
Scott, can I get 2-12 Delta?
Oh, there she is. There she is. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Oh,
Can we scroll that through that
breast
for Mr. Grossman and counsel, please?
L is for the way you lie to me.
Yes.
I is for the way it's all about you. You is because you're very not understanding. O is for the way you always say you're ovulating. And K could stand for the Ku Klux Klan. You might be racist. Or it
Sir,
could
is
stand
that
for
an accurate
Candy
depiction
from the Real Housewives
of
of
a text
Atlanta.
exchange between you and Kouri Richens on November the 29th, 2021?
Huh? Does he just grunt a lot?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit 2-12 Delta.
No objection.
2-12 Delta.
States 2-12D is admitted.
What is her lawyer wearing on her blouse?
And Your Honor, publish it, please.
Is she wearing a quilt? She's wearing a quilt shirt. Oh, more reading? Come on, read it to us. Josh says, just be straight, babe. Oh, he's like, don't be gay. Be straight. You know I want to know. That's why I asked. I can't guess or decipher, big word, Joshy, anymore. My head hurts. His fingers and his head hurts. She is putting him to work in the bedroom. And then K-Babe says, get some rest. I don't want you to use your head anymore. It wasn't that big of a deal, really. I'll call you tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow. I got to go to bed with my husband. I'll call you tomorrow. All right. And then Josh says, maybe it's a tiny deal, but you could still tell me. So I'm not made to sit here and wonder. That's not fun. Sir, you need therapy. Oh my God. Codependency issues. And then K-Babe says, oh, she's going to start a story. This began her writing journey. She said, when I was little, I grew up scrubbing other people's toilets in Park City at rich people's houses after school. Christmas breaks, all summer. What is she, fucking Cinderella? I worked for my aunt's company. I was just always looked down upon because you're, she spelled that wrong again, literally the person cleaning the toilets. There are child labor laws, ma'am. I always said to myself and my aunt, one day I'll own properties in Park City, Utah. like all these rich, snooty people like Lisa Barlow from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And I will never be like them. Tomorrow, I close on 3 properties, all in the same day. 2 being in Park City. That's a huge deal to me. Biggest accomplishment to date, career-wise. Sorry about not visiting your dick, but I'm really happy about my career. He didn't ask for this. It's never been about the money. It's about being able to say, I too have properties in Park City, and you're, spelt wrong again, not better than anyone. The way you treat people, and I can prove it. And you're not better than anyone, the way you treat people. She's shading him. And I can prove it. Oh, she's got receipts on you, Joshy. Tomorrow is a really big deal for me, self-accomplishment wise, to sit and reflect and be thankful. So, I just wanted to sit for a minute and celebrate with someone and have a drink. No one really knows about the Park City properties. They won't mean what? They won't mean. Yeah, yeah, Kelly, I'm swimming in money. Josh, you're poor. You're the worst.
Yes, sir. Water. Yeah, no problem. Grab a glass set up. There's cold water in there for you.
He needs water. He's like, oh, I need cold water. He's got to put it down his pants because obviously this was their foreplay because they fought all the time. Okay, come on. Yeah, she's just like, I'm so great. Look what I did. I know you're asking questions about our relationships, but this is a big day for me. I'm super rich. I used to scrub toilets. Okay. Then she comes back and says, anything to anyone, and that's okay. Oh, I didn't mean anything to anyone, and that's okay. I like the secret part of, and don't like people knowing my business. But tomorrow for me is big. A big day for me. A big day. Yeah. Bigger than your wiener. So that's all. I just wanted to see if I could find an hour where we're both free, just to toast to a new beginning of life and celebrate. That's all. That's all, Josh. Don't make it more difficult, Josh. I just want to celebrate me. And then there's me. Anyways, back to me, Josh. She's not done yet. She says, hope you have a great night. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Good night. We gotta go. Did you get ready? Yeah. Okay. And then Josh says, thank you! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. I feel like they're being passive aggressive to each other. That's not silly, babe. Not telling me would have been silly. Very, very happy for you. Of course I'm going to celebrate with you. Sleep great. Keep me posted. I love you. You guys. Sorry, we really got into this. We got 13 minutes into this 32-minute video. We will revisit this tomorrow for another court dramatic reading. I need to break each segment up. Dramatic court readings with Joleen. Oh, God. You guys, this is, and I think I'm going to watch Annie Elise's video tonight, so I'll be a little more well-versed. Let me drop the link for that video in case anyone else is interested in it, because I thought, oh, that will. And obviously, I'm going to check out Gigi, Pretty Lies and Alibis. Shout out to Gigi. She's doing the damn thing. Regards to this, an excited utterance. Hella and Dolly are covering this. So many great people are covering it. And then we will check in tomorrow on Trisha and Lauren and see what their coverage looks like. Emily D. Baker is still live talking about this with 40,000 people watching. The trial isn't even done for the day. Oh, I guess not, because it's in Utah. Oh my gosh. Should I go out there and go to the trial? Just kidding. But, okay, what was I pulling up? All right, I want to, oh, Annie Elise. Okay, she had this video. I was like, that could help me. What a real says, Kouri Richens is the worst. All right. Husband tries to poison wife with fentanyl. That wasn't the one. She put fentanyl on the sandwich? Oh, I think Hella told me that. Oh, where is it? As I'm like, you guys, it's totally the video I'm going to watch. It's going to be so good. You just wait. I think it was kind of a long one too. Oh man, there are so many couples murdering each other. She's got a video she just put out a day ago. You know, Lauren Matthias is like, it should have been me. Called Buried Alive and Killed for Cash. Till Death Do They Part. The heartbreaking story of Carol and somebody else. Buried Alive. Holy buckaroonies. Oh, Kouri's Lies Exposed. That's the one I wanted to watch from 8 days ago. She has quite a bit. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Annie. So here is the video. I'm going to check out hers. Okay, Annie. Be quiet for a second there, my friend. All right, so I'll drop it in the, I dropped it in the live chat. I'll also drop it in the description of this video. And let's drop Gigi's too. Lies and alibis. Okay, because Gigi, I think she's got some shorter ones too that'll be quicker too for me to catch up on. Shout out to Gigi. We love the Gigi. I think Gigi's been going there, right, guys? Oh, yeah, Gigi's got 26-minute videos, recaps. Brevity, something I lack. I love this. Okay, so she's got a recap of oh my God, Gigi is putting the work in. You guys go sub up to Gigi. We need to get Gigi over 100K. She's at 96,400. She should have well over 100K. All right, I'm just going to drop Gigi's whole channel with the video link because this is, she's got so many and it's like 10 minutes, 12 minutes. How does she do that? God, I need to learn some brevity. Oh, Amy says, I noticed Lauren had, well, we're going to roast some of hers because Hella showed me one with John and he's Johning. He disappeared for a little bit, fell into a Costco and some Ozempic, allegedly, and a haircut. Maybe some chemical peels because his skin was looking pretty nice. And that it was infuriating, but also very funny. So thank you guys so much. Let me see if anyone's live that we can go over to. And if you're looking for something to watch after this, let me see if, is Hella live right now? She's got to be, right? We'll raid them if they are. Okay. Where are you, excited utterance? Where are my little friends? There's a lot of people live. Okay. I'll just go right to Hella's channel and see if they're live. She is going, no. She's already 22 hours ago. Does she not have one today? I'm so confused. Okay, maybe she doesn't have one today. Oh, well. All right. Well, she's not on tonight, but go support Emily D. Baker or one of the other wonderful ladies who are covering this. But until next time, you guys, smash that like, leave a comment after the video posts. And like I always say, I'll see you tomorrow. And always remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want. 'Cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some. Feel your body losing up the tension. Baby, did I mention I'll be here for you?
And thank you. I just saw this come in, Jackie G, for gifting a membership. I appreciate that so much, you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I get too many followers, I just want you to know you're not gonna like it here. No. No, you might not stay around for long. And I know it. This could be